Welcome back to Transport Fever. So, in this episode, we're continuing with the steel production, and I can't actually remember where this is all going, but it's the steel production that we're doing first. So, what we've got to do is get the coal and the iron ore all the way over here. So, we're going to start off by doing the steel production facility. So now I have gone with 3 here. That's probably going to be too many. Just because to get enough kind of materials over here to feed 3 foundries is going to be quite difficult. But that's fine. We'll have plenty of capacity to pretty much fill wherever we want with steel. So I'm pretty much going to do the same as I've done the other places. So with the 3 facilities, and then kind of just connect them up as you can see here. So I did think about doing a one-way system, but in fact I did do a one-way system. So to kind of try and cut down on the amount of traffic that's going to get stuck around there. I've not actually worked out yet how to do the depots so they go one way in and one way out. They never seem to work very well. So a nice roundabout there that just hopefully increase the flow around that part. So I kind of don't really do much else on that for now. So what we're going to have to do though is bring in the iron ore from across the map. So in the last episode, if you've not seen that, go and check that out, how we did the iron ore collection. And it's actually all the way across the other map. So I'm going to try and use the line or the track that I've already got in, but split it off here into two stations. So we're going to have a station for the cargo and stuff like that, and one for the passenger, as you can see, just to kind of keep it all separate. Did mean I had to delete a few roads there. So just going to drop the depot in there. I can't remember what that was called. Something sidings. So it did cut into the earth quite a bit, as you can see there. So a bit of deleting or a bit of bulldozing and stuff will sort that out. And then we just connect it up to the main line. So hopefully that'll work quite well. At the minute I'm not quite sure how it's going to work with the number of trains that I'm going to have on them lines. But when we get everything moving around we'll find out. So not really making this look that nice at the minute, just kind of putting it in to begin with. What I'll probably do at a later date is come back and make them all look a bit nicer. So the next thing we're going to do is put the coal in. So what I wanted to do with this is actually just sink it in the ground, because it felt like with coal anyway, because you dig it out the ground, it needed to be kind of dug in a little bit. So as you can see there, I kind of started to dig a giant hole, but then figured that I can just drop it down so it kind of digs the hole for me. Just 2 of these to begin with. I probably will do another one somewhere at some point, because like I say, we're probably going to have quite a bit of coal delivered to the iron, to the steel facility, and to keep everything running smoothly, we're going to have to have quite a bit of coal. So I'll probably end up putting another one of these somewhere on the map at some point. 2 should be enough for now though. So again, just doing it similar to I've done the other places. terrain tools are actually quite good in this game, so you can do quite a bit. Although not perfect, as you can see. I don't know, some of the best terrain tools I've seen, if I don't know if people have played Planet Coaster, the terrain tools in that are actually really good. If they could do terrain tools in this similar, it would be great. Could then probably do things like proper like caves and things like that. There may even be a mod that does all that stuff. I can't say I've ever seen one. So I did put an island in there, so yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. So it was probably a bit pointless. It's probably really just turning the 4-lane into a 2-lane. And just connecting all the roads up here so they've got somewhere to go. So one thing I didn't want to do, so that's why I'm upgrading the roads there, is have another traffic jam. So by having the bigger roads, it just means the trucks and stuff can move a bit faster. So I did want to make this look a little bit nicer. So there is a brush for coal. I think I probably did go a little bit over the top to begin with. And that one is actually tarmac. So I don't actually end up finishing this, so it does look much better once, as you'll see a bit later on. But I haven't actually finished this area yet. Again, it needs things like fences put around and maybe other bits and bobs. I'm not actually sure if I've got any props and things like that I can put around. So maybe, again, I'll be looking on the store for some mods. Obviously, if you've got any suggestions of stuff that I can put in or mods that I can use, drop them in the comments below. I think this area is actually starting to look quite good, especially with all the rock and stuff. The thing it is missing is trees, so there's going to be some trees planted around it. And I do keep actually coming back and adding more and more to the textures on the ground, just to kind of blend it all in. And what I may end up doing at some point is just making that, it's more of a hill than a mountain, but just making it higher. So I was just looking there just to see where everything's going to go. So the next part of the line is going to go here. So this is actually next to the place where we deliver food at the minute. So the idea is that it's going to bring everything to here. So what they are is actually the machine factories. I just thought for a minute actually I'd done them wrong, and I thought when I saw it said steel mill, but it's actually the machine factories. So what we need to do there is to get the steel and also the wooden, are they crates or something like that? They're not crates, they're wooden something. But they need to both go to the machine factory. So obviously at the minute we haven't got anything. Wooden planks it is, so we haven't got wooden planks that we're creating anywhere at the minute. So that is going in here. So we need to create a whole industry around just making the wood and everything. So this is actually going to be a big forest. So it kind of felt that you would have that sort of place within a big forest. So to actually get this across to the wooden logs and everything, planks over to the machine factory, it's going to require some more trains to take it over. So the actual wood's going to obviously go here. Nice little road off the main road that I've just made. So this is going to need as many trees as possible in a second, just to make it look a little bit like a forest. So we do actually need to bring steel over here as well for the goods that's there. So we could maybe turn that into the goods area, the goods factory. We haven't actually done goods yet, so we'll figure that out in a later episode. So I was a bit stupid there. I didn't have the bigger brush on, and I was trying to use the small brush to paint everything in, but yeah, so that actually looks much better now. And what I probably will do is maybe do a shot of the cars and trucks driving through the forests. I think that would be pretty cool. So again, didn't want to well, in fact, on this one I did want to join it up to the main station. I thought having another station was probably would have probably been okay actually, but I thought I'd just join it all up together. Partly because as well I could kind of split this up a little bit nicer. So we're just going to have a road. Again, most of this is going to be tied up later on. Again, I'll put fences and things like that around it. So the round trip of that isn't going to be that much. So the wood to the planks to the station, I may even be able to. I've never actually done something that goes around in one. Maybe I could try that. So we'll go to the woods to the plank first, and planks to the station, and then station back to the wood. I might give that a try to see how it goes. I also wanted to put the plank factories close to the river there, just in case later on I wanted to use the river to bring more wood. And I possibly will do that actually, because I think that will be quite cool to have a couple of big ships that's bringing wood down. So this bit didn't actually connect very well to begin with. I think what I'd worked out then is, yeah, you can put actually just one road down the middle of them, and they actually join up quite nicely. So in the other places where I've left the two roads in, I probably didn't need to do that. for this one, actually one road works quite nicely. In fact, probably didn't need the road to go all the way to the end. And then we obviously need plenty more trees to make it look like it's kind of in the middle of a forest still. I think you'd still probably have the planks in a bit of a wooded area. So that should create enough planks to begin with anyway to fill in our, or to create enough stuff for our machines. I'm hoping that the machines factories that we've got are going to be enough for the whole map, so we'll see how that goes. If not, we may be making some more at a later date. So once we've got them tracks sorted, the last bit we need to do is just connect up the machine line up at the other end, which did take a little bit working out. So because it kind of has to go round in a circle and then loop back round, I kind of put it, the station was too close to the track and it wouldn't loop round properly. So the station had to be moved, so I actually ended up having to do this twice. So the first place I put it in, it still wasn't quite further enough across, as you'll see. So I'm hoping what this doesn't do is kind of hold up the whole main line. I think if I put the signals in a decent place, it shouldn't do that. So as you can see, it doesn't quite go around there. I did think maybe I could make it go across the track, but I think that would have been look a bit stupid. So so it had to be moved again, so a bit further up. And this time it kind of doesn't. So what I did is actually put another line, because I was going to put it straight across like that, as you can see there, but I did think it may cause a bit of a traffic jam, so or a train jam. So if I put a second one down the edge like that, the main train that's bringing in the wooden planks would be able to go onto that line. So we'll see how that goes. And that's this week's episode, so thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel for more Transport Fever. I have Facebook, Twitter, why not head over there and give them a like as well, and see you next time.